Thanks for coming in, by the way. Thanks for jumping in today.
No, no problem.
We want to welcome you into Talk of the Town right here on C19 TV this week. Tim Foster in for Steve Putnam. We hope you're doing good. We're getting close to summer. We're into May, mid-May now, and wow, everybody's thinking about summer, and I'm thinking about kind of the kickoff to summer, Yeti Nights. And to talk about that, we've got Omar Porter, who is the Community Engagement Specialist, Director of Community Engagement with Cleveland Community College. Omar, welcome to Talk of the Town.
Hey, glad to be here.
Everybody knows Omar. He's a big friend and a good friend, and of course, a co-worker of mine here at Cleveland Community College. But year two, Omar, of Yeti Nights. But before we talk about what's coming up this summer in 2024, let's look back to 2023 a little bit. It was year one of Yeti Nights. A lot of people may have said over at the Petty Amphitheater that now has a beautiful sign over there. By the way, if you haven't checked it out here on the campus of Cleveland Community College, a lot of people may have said, well, what was Yeti Nights going to be like? I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Let's look back. Talk to us a little bit about what 2023 was like.
So, thanks again for having me. But Yeti Nights, it was birthed out of me and some of our staff, co-workers. We were in the office.
Conversation, right?
Yeah, a conversation. And the conversation started like, hey, we only use the amphitheater for graduation, and then and of course I'm a musician, so we got to start talking about music, and we all kind of came up with some stuff and had some ideas and talked to the president. Dr. Hurst said, hey, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And it happened, and it was a beautiful thing. We brought in KJ Scriven.
That was an amazing night because me and you worked together. There were a lot of people that worked on it. Me and you were two of them. We had a beautiful night.
Yeah.
KJ was phenomenal that was a great gospel night. God was really it was powerful that night.
It really was, and just to see everybody coming in and just come together, that night of music, and and you having a Grammy nominated gospel artist on your campus, you don't get stuff like that happen all the time. So reached out to him, and like I said, everybody came. It was a good time, and then follow that up, with Dirty Grass Soul.
Boy, it was rocking that night.
It really was.
Yeah.
And just, to get the people on campus and getting everybody here and doing something new and doing something different. But like I say, the thought came up and we build on it, and now we're going to try to prep and get ready for year two.
I'd say the thing that I loved about it, obviously the food was great, the beverages were great, and the concerts themselves. A lot of people may have thought, what would the acoustics, what would the sound be like in the Petty Amphitheater here on the Cleveland Community College campus? It sounded awesome.
Yeah.
Thought it was really good, Omar. I think you would agree.
Oh, no doubt about it. and I think that was one of the questions because you hadn't done music out there. And so we got with Mr. Stan Lowry, Don Gibson,
Absolutely.
and their sound, they came and done sound for us and lights. And, like I said, reached out to them. They came in, set everything up. And it really was like a trial run to kind of see how it was going to work.
Absolutely was,
and it worked out. Sound was amazing. And everybody's like, oh, man. So, by that run, making that happen and the run through it worked. And now we're going to try to keep it going.
Yeah, and it was great. Great crowds. I mean, there were a lot of people out there parking you. It was easy to get to everything. And you had really good crowds for both events.
Yeah, we did. Like I said, the first time doing something, you have high hopes, but you kind of like, we don't want to set the expectations too high, but doing those for the first two times, it worked out, and we had nice numbers both nights. So,
well, let's talk about Yeti Nights 2024 that will be coming up, and the first one is just a couple of days away, depending on when you're watching
Right.
Talk of the Town here in May. But wow, a great lineup, and we've added a new event. Let's talk about before we even get into the first
right.
concert. What's going to be going on leading up to that, Omar?
So, okay, May 23rd is the first Yeti Nights, but we're going to kick off everything with Yeti Nation.
So Yeti Nation.
Yeti Nation, we're going to kick off with that. So like from 5 to, I think it's 5 to 6 or 6:30, we're going to have bouncy houses. We're going to have games. We're going to have free food. So everybody can come out and just hang out on campus. It's going to be over there close to where our ATC building is.
Yep.
You know, where we do spring fling.
Yeah.
So we're going to have some stuff set up out there, food, games and stuff like that. And we're going to start out with Yeti Nation.
Yeah, but it's going to be fun because it will be kind of spring fling on steroids.
Right.
It's going to
Exactly.
it's going to be a better version. The spring fling is our big event we have for our
Yeah.
students and faculty and staff every year in April, but this is going to be even bigger than that. And it's, a great way to get out there and get ready to go before you even get to the concert.
Right.
As you said, great food, great fun. You get to meet folks and you get ready for the evening. I love it.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be a good thing. You know, once again, people brainstorming on some different things that we can do and just bring, like it's a kickoff. So we're going to have, like I said, have that stuff out there for, kids and families to kind of enjoy it. And we're going to transition over to the music.
Yep, and let's talk about the music. You mentioned May 23rd.
Yep.
Who's going to be the first band that'll kick off year 2 of Yeti Nights?
All right, so May 23rd, we're going to have a group called Mo Money out of Charlotte. And this band is amazing. And when I say they're made up of like guys that have won Grammys,
Yeah.
Grammy Award-winning musicians, people that have music out, they've toured the world, played with all kind of different people, and have music out now. So it's a collective group of great musicians that come together for this group called Mo Money, and it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, let's talk about genre-wise. You were telling me maybe some pop and a little more. I mean,
Pop,
it's going to sound
R&B,
great.
classics, Motown, like. They cover
They're gonna
all
cover
areas of
several
music.
generations,
yes,
right?
yeah. So they can do all types of music. So it's going to be really good.
Yeah. And you were talking about still some things being worked on, but there may be a couple of groups that'll open up
Yep.
just for a couple of songs to lead up to the main group for the evening.
And so I think one big thing is like regardless of the main acts that you bring in, I always think that you need to have local musicians and show our local talent and our local musicians. And so we'll always try to open up with local musicians, to kind of support them as well. And also put them on a platform to playing with some bigger artists. And you like I said, me being a musician, you never know what to come out of that. And it's something that they can put on their resumes that, hey, well, we've played on the same stage with these people. So it's like, so we do have, for this one and the next one, we'll have local bands playing it, and that's to be announced. So.
Yeah, and you had a couple last year that I thought was great. They kicked off both concerts, and good crowd because again, memories of lifetimes.
Right, that's right.
To be able to start out and then, as you talked about, put that on a resume, the experience it gives them, the confidence it gives them, these young musicians as well.
Yeah.
So Mo Money comes on May 23rd, and then. That's just the first because we're back in June with another one. Talk a little bit about that.
Right, June 27th. June 27th, we're going to do a little different, but we're going to kind of be more familiar. We're bringing in Oceans Boulevard.
Oh, yeah. They're well-known band.
Right, well-known band. A lot of people, everybody loves them in this area and other places. So, we're going to come out with a little beach music. We're going to actually maybe have the lower part out there. If people want to get out there and shag and dance a little bit,
I mean, there's a good, I was over there at the Petty Amphitheater the other day, and it's a lot of area to dance right there in front of the stage.
That's
one
right.
thing. Yeah, because I can't shag, obviously, but and nobody wants to see me shag, but there are a lot of people that can, and that's going to be a great night. Ocean Boulevard, I mean, they do a lot of great beach music, and we're talking about in the 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yep.
Been a great band for probably 40 plus years.
They have, and once everybody start, we kind of narrow down, like, because you want to be diverse in the music that you bring in, and also we just know music that people love in the area. Saying going with Mo Money the first go round, it was like, hey, let's do a little beach music, and who not better to do beach music in the area, Ocean Boulevard.
Yeah, and that's the thing I've loved in these first 2 years of Yeti Nights. We've covered a wide range of music genres.
Right.
I mean, it's not because sometimes you have people say, well, that's great, but I'd like to hear a little bit of this or a little bit of that. So this is something for everybody.
Right, and that's the thing. I think sometimes people say, well, we only hear one style of music in our area. And that's one thing that we want to do is like, we're going to, just broaden the horizons and bring a little everything. Last year we did gospel. Then we had, Dirty Grass Soul. Now we got Mo Money coming in, kind of do a lot of, different genres. And we're going beach music with Ocean Boulevard. So we're just going to try to keep flipping it up and kind of keep bringing different types of music and making it more diverse.
And I'm assuming, with Ocean Boulevard, it'll start around 6:30, somewhere in that range.
Yes, sir. So we'll start with, we'll start with the opening act at 6. and then and then probably the main bands will be performing by 7.
Yeah, yeah. And I tell you, we had great crowds last year, and I think year 2 is going to be even more phenomenal. You talked about Yeti Nation kicking things off on May 23rd. Omar, if folks are interested in tickets or want more information, obviously our website is important, but talk about there may be some other ways as well.
All right, so the thing about it this year, now last year we kicked it off, we kind of did some things, had to sell our tickets and stuff like this. This year, Yeti Nights is for free.
Wow, that's the big news.
Free of charge.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yes, it is free of charge.
So, we charged last year, but not that. So, listen, did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen at home? A free, not one, but 2 free concerts this summer here at Cleveland Community College. You're not going to get that many places. That is huge.
Not at all. And and we'll have some stuff out. We're going to try to have even with Yeti Nation.
Yeah.
We're going to be having stuff out for our programs. People want to know about our programs and stuff like that as well with Yeti Nation, with the food and stuff out there. We're going to transition to the music. But even while the music is playing, these are free events. And if we want to keep these things going, we'll have some places set up that people want to give donations and stuff like that. They can.
Absolutely.
But it is going to be free. I'm excited about it.
We're talking about the concerts, not the food.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about with the second show, right?
Yeah.
You'll have to pay. Now, again, Yeti Nights, Yeti Nation, that will be but the second concert, but the concert is free, so you just have to pay for the food and drink.
That's right.
That's right. How many times? I don't know of anywhere you can go do that.
And like I said, and the style of music, the quality of the bands that you're coming to see. You know what I'm saying? And it's on a campus, beautiful place, beautiful facilities, and you got great music coming. So it's going to be a great thing, out in the Petty Amphitheater.
Yeah, and the great thing I saw last year, you saw a lot of people that just had fellowship with their friends. Families came out. We saw friends that came out, girlfriends, were meeting girlfriends, guys were meeting their friends. Yeah. Couples were coming out. I saw a really good variety, and I really love seeing that, Omar.
It was. Like I say, it's just one thing about Cleveland County, like I say, I'm a musician. I was born and raised here. Right. We love music. One thing that always bring people together is food and music. So
and we got a rich history of it.
That's right. Exactly.
And I think that's what makes it really good. So again, as we're winding down, Yeti Nights Year 2, again, free. No cost for both concerts. First concert, May 23rd. Who's coming again, Omar?
Mo Money. Mo Money Max, exactly what it's going to be called. But Mo Money Band will be here on the 23rd.
And then coming up on June 27th,
it will be Oceans Boulevard. So y'all put your dancing shoes on for both of them. But I know when you come to the beach music, I know it's going to be a different set of shoes that people are going to be ready to come down here and dance,
Yes, they will. And Omar will probably dancing at both, but especially the first one.
Yeah.
I will not be because he can dance and I can't. So it's a great event. Yeti Nights coming up May 23rd, June 27th, free of charge. 2 great events, and again, talk about, as we wrap up, talk about what Yeti Nation is going to be about.
Yeti Nation, once again, is going to be about, we're going to have food out, we're going to have food, we're going to have games, bouncy houses for the kids, just have some family and friends, family-friendly environment. Yeah. We're also going to have some places up where our programs, where people, if you've got questions about programs and stuff that's happening at CCC.
Because the fall semester will be right around the corner.
Exactly. So it's going to be just a big day of that, great things at CCC. You're going to get music, food, learn about the programs, get you some drinks. We're going to have a good time.
I'm ready. I'm excited. It's right around the corner. Me and Omar are going to be working to come by and see us and say hey as well. Omar, thank you so much. It'll be a fun time, and I'll see you at Yeti Nights.
Yes, sir.
All right, stay tuned. Come see Yeti Nights. 2 great events, Mo Money, May 23rd, Ocean Boulevard, June 27th, free of charge. But stay tuned because we got more talk of the town right after this.
Chef Paul Prudhomme once said, "You don't need a silver fork to eat good food." Well, on Cleveland County Kitchen, we don't have a silver fork, but we sure do serve up lots of good food. Hi, I'm Deborah Blanton. I hope you'll join me for the next Cleveland County Kitchen. Each month, we offer a complete farm-to-table experience. We visit local growers, we learn about nutrition, and wrap things up with wonderful meals prepared by our guest chefs. It's a lot of fun. I hope you'll join me for the next Cleveland County Kitchen.
Probably not. I have to study for my exams next week, and my dad would kill me.
I can't make it. I've got a big game tomorrow night. I want to make sure I'm in good shape.
No, I'm good. I don't want to get in trouble.
my parents would kill me.
Nah, I gotta fill out scholarship applications.
Everyone has at least one good reason to stay away from drugs and alcohol. Find your reason today and get back to enjoying life.
Take two. Now keep going. I don't know. Have one question.
Yes.
Are those crabs on your shirt?
They are.
I just noticed that a couple of minutes ago.
I was preparing
I've been
for
mesmerized ever since.
Exactly. What the heck?
Tim, you all right back there?
She gets into a soul cycle accident.
A soul cycle
Yes.
accident. Yeah.
What?
Soul cycle.
It's like an exercise class where they're all
Oh, no wonder I don't know what you're talking about.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town this week right here on C19 TV. So great to have you along, and great to have Mary Beth Martin, who is from the Earl Scruggs Center. Of course, I always forget your title, Mary Beth. It's Executive Director. Thank you. It's a good thing we got a good producer, Bill Harrelson. I'm bad on titles. Executive Director is Mary Beth Martin. Mary Beth, I can't believe I forgot. Welcome back.
Thank you. You know, it's okay.
I'm glad you're not walking off the set now.
No, I do a little bit of everything. So I always tell people, like, you know, I might be booking shows, I might
Yeah.
be picking up trash. So
She-
call me anything you want. It's okay.
She really does. She wears a lot of hats, and that means she's very busy for sure. A lot going on at the Earl Scruggs Center. We're going to talk about a lot of big events that'll be going right into the summer and beyond. And I tell you, you've had a great concert series. As now we're in mid-May. That's been going on really for about a month and a half. Talk a little bit about that, Mary Beth.
Yeah, so this is the third year that we've had our Center Stage concert series, and this series we like to bring in nationally and regionally touring artists
Yeah.
to the Scruggs Center. And the concerts take place once a month, March through August. And so we've had March and April's concert.
Right.
And so in March we had the Trey Wellington Band,
Yep.
and in April we had Tim O'Brien. And then in May, so coming up pretty soon, we have Laura Businger and Josh Goforth. They're sort of favorites in the region.
Yes.
But it's wonderful to bring these artists in, award-winning, like I said, nationally touring artists, to the Great Hall at the Scruggs Center, because we seat about 100 people.
It's such a beautiful facility. People, if they haven't been in there, talk a little bit about that.
Yeah,
Mary Beth.
so our Great Hall is on the second floor of the Scruggs Center.
Yeah.
It's where the courtroom used to be in the Cleveland County
yeah,
Historic
and the old one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so it's just a real wonderful space for music. Like I said, it's 100 people, so it's an intimate show. Our artists who come in, they like to talk about their music,
Mm-hmm.
tell stories about how they wrote songs, or tell stories about being on the road. If they knew Earl, they'll often talk about their connections with Earl or
Yeah.
their interactions with him, and that's not unusual. So we see people come from really all over the region, you know, and surrounding counties to the show. For a show, it's not unusual to have half the people there from out of town.
Wow.
They're Thursday nights,
Yeah.
and they start at 6 p.m.
Wow.
It's just turned out to be a really wonderful concert series and thing for us to do annually.
I think it's awesome because, you know, you got walking distance of tremendous restaurants, and then you just walk right into the center and ready to roll with a Thursday night 6 o'clock concert
That's
in the spring.
right. And it's not unusual for people to come in from out of town
Yeah.
and to have dinner before.
Absolutely.
Or maybe pop over to Dragonfly Wine Market or Newgrass and have a beer or a drink before. Come to the show. You know, our shows typically last between an hour, hour and a half.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
not terribly long, one set, no intermission. And then, so if you want a dinner afterwards, if you didn't do that before, you certainly have plenty of time to take advantage of the great restaurants and establishments around Uptown Shelby.
Yeah, there's so many great ones. Before we get in to talk about what's coming up, and you got a lot of great things coming up in June and beyond, talk about what's really neat right now at the Earl Scruggs Centers for folks to come in, I believe, on Saturdays.
That's right. So starting in April, back in April, we moved our free admission day for Cleveland County residents to Saturdays.
That's awesome.
And the purpose of that was just to make it more accessible for Cleveland County families and Cleveland County residents. And since then, we've certainly seen quite a few Cleveland County residents come in on Saturdays. And so we just encourage people, if you have an hour on a Saturday, maybe you've been to the Foothills Farmers Market, or maybe you're grabbing lunch or shopping in Uptown, make sure you stop by the Scruggs Center and see what we have to offer.
Absolutely. Yeah. And of course, if you're watching this show, you know the theme is concerts, music. We had that when we had Omar Porter with us talking about Yeti Nights. It's right around the corner here on the Cleveland Community College campus, but at the Earl Scruggs Center. And check that out free on Saturdays. I tell you, got some fun stuff going on, and it's talk about picking at the park.
Picking on the square.
Or on the square, not picking at the park, picking on the square.
Yeah, so
it's kind of like a park, but it is a square.
That's right, on the historic Court
Yeah,
Square.
but you see, it's coming up in just a few weeks, Mary Beth.
Yeah, so, kind of continuing this theme of a summer full of music, we're offering that this summer. And so this is the 10th year that we've offered Picking on the Square, and they take place the second Saturdays of June, July, and August.
Yeah, we're looking right now, June 8th, July 15th, August 10th. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and so we've added some things to the event this year.
Okay.
For one thing, we've moved it from the evening to starting at 11 a.m. So like I said, if you're coming uptown and going to the farmer's market or grabbing lunch around the square, come over from 11 to 12. We'll have a live bluegrass band, regional bluegrass band. And so you bring your lawn chair, bring your picnic blanket, bring the kids to play, and just come and listen to a concert there from 11 to 12. And then starting at 12 p.m., we'll have musicians just jam around. So anybody who's a musician, you can be a beginner, you can be an advanced musician.
So you don't have to be advanced. You can just, anybody, just come have fun.
Bring your instrument if you want to just meet other musicians, circle up, play some, either old time or bluegrass tunes. It's a tradition in this community, and so we're celebrating that with Picking on the Square.
Absolutely.
And then in June and July, so after the jam sessions, we're having special programs in the afternoon. So on June 8th, award-winning banjo player Bill Evans is coming to give a presentation about, the title is The Genius of Earl Scruggs.
Wow.
So he's going to give this free presentation. So whether you're a musician or not, you know a lot about Earl, or you're a beginner when it comes to Earl. You just want to learn about Earl and why he was so important to music. I encourage people to come to that presentation. Like I said, it's free. It'll be about an hour long, and so Bill will really talk through, kind of where Earl came from and what he did in music and why he's so important and why we celebrate him here in Cleveland County.
That's going to
And
be
then
awesome.
he also encourages any musicians to come out too, and afterwards he'll jam, with anybody who's there. So it'll be an opportunity to jam with Bill Evans, who is a Steve Martin Banjo Prize winning banjo player.
I know, and that says a lot right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Another great thing you got going on this summer will be some camps. Talk about your camps.
Yeah, so we have quite a few music education opportunities. So on the July 13th Picking on the Square date, there'll be an intermediate guitar workshop with Alan Shadd. He's a competition winning guitarist, and so that's for intermediate to advanced players. So we encourage people to sign up if you would like to come to that workshop. But what I'm really excited about is in June, we're having a beginner guitar camp, and then the following week we're going to have a beginner banjo
Yeah,
camp.
we're seeing that on the screen. Yeah, $40 per participant, not bad at all. And my goodness, how much fun will that be?
Yeah, so you get 5 days, 2.5 hours of instruction with Justin Harper. He's a local music educator. And so he will give beginner lessons, and it'll be small group. So there are 10 spots in each camp, and people are already signing up for them. So I just encourage you, if you have a student between the ages of 10 and 16 and you would like for them to have those lessons this summer, sign them up. And
Go to your website?
Go to our website, www.earlscruggscenter.org, and you can find the registration link. I'll also say this. You mentioned the registration fee.
Yeah.
We don't want registration fee to be a barrier for anyone.
Sure.
So if someone wants to participate, and that might be a problem, or maybe you don't have an instrument, there's a form that you can fill out where you can request a scholarship to participate. So just simply fill out that form, tell us if you need an instrument or not to participate, and we'll take a look at that, and we'll give you a call and certainly make sure that your student can participate in the banjo
That's
or
awesome,
guitar
Mary
camp.
Beth. I think that's a wonderful thing, because as you said, you want as many kids. You talk about a summer experience. That's a summer camp you don't forget.
That's right. And not only do we want to tell people about Earl Scruggs, but of course we also want to sort of train this next generation of musicians who want to be creative and innovate and be a musician like Earl too. And so we just want to make sure that everybody has that opportunity to do that. And so this is one way that, you know, if you have a student who wants to get involved, you know, sign them up for the classes or give us a call, and you know, we'll be happy to get them registered.
Absolutely, that'll be awesome. And then in our final few minutes, wow, the Earl Scruggs Music Festival. What an unbelievable lineup. I know we just touched on it when you were here about 5 or 6 weeks ago with Steve Putnam, but we're going to get into it a little more in these final few minutes. I'll tell you what an event it's going to be. First of all, where's it going to be at?
So it's at the Trine International Equestrian Center.
Wow, it's a neat place.
Yep, it's a wonderful place to have a music festival, and I really feel like it sets our event apart because the amenities, the accommodations on site, the on-site restaurants,
Yeah.
you know, all of that just makes it a wonderful event. And like I said, it makes it nicer and, you know, unique when it comes to music
Yeah.
festival venue.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're really excited. So earlier this month, we announced our daily lineup, and daily tickets went on sale.
Yes, that's what I heard. And so I'm just going to throw some names out here, and I'm going to start with a lady that's pretty well known in country music. She's been around for a while, but she's pretty well known. Tanya Tucker is coming. So talk about Tanya. It's coming to the Trine Equestrian Center for Earl. There she is, Earl Scruggs Music Festival. August 30th, by the way, September 1st.
Yeah, so we're really excited to have Tanya headlining our Sunday night. And so we just encourage you to, you know, either buy tickets for the entire weekend or, you know, like I said, these daily tickets are available so you can buy just a Sunday too at, you know, various levels.
Sure.
But Tanya Tucker will be there on Sunday night. We're so excited to have her. And
Wow.
she's a horse aficionado too. So
Yeah,
it's
so
just,
she's going to love this
it's
facility.
just a wonderful fit.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, there's several others. I want to get, before we get to another big name, let's name a couple of other artists that are going to be there coming as well.
Yeah, so on Saturday night we have another big headliner. We have Old Crow Medicine Show.
Yes.
And so really excited to have them. I love them, and they're such a wonderful fit for the
Yeah,
festival.
I like that. I need to get my beard like that. That's one of the, I don't know about that, but that's a good, that looks like the Old Crow Medicine Show right there.
Yeah, so what I love about them, and the reason why they're such a wonderful fit for the festival, is that they really kind of bridge the divide between traditional and more progressive bluegrass music.
Yes.
And that's what Earl was all about. And so I think Old Crow Medicine Show, they really do that well. And so they'll bring in people who are fans of the traditional bluegrass, but people who appreciate, you know, more progressive music.
Yeah, yeah. All right, who else is coming?
So we also have Marty Stewart and his Fabulous Superlatives.
oh my
They're
goodness.
certainly a regional favorite.
Yeah. Another Grammy Award winner.
That's right. And Marty was a personal friend of Earl and of the Scruggs family. I like to share with people that in our archives of Scruggs family photos, there are almost as many photos of Marty as anyone else. So
He's like part of the family,
he
right?
really is part of the family. So I'm really excited for him to be there and to share his experiences with Earl and the Scruggs family and to talk about that personal connection that he had with them.
Yeah, and I think you got another band that's coming as well.
Yeah, so on Friday, our Friday night headliner is the Yonder Mountain String Band. So they're
wow.
sort of a staple of that bluegrass scene, more progressive, jam bluegrass. And so we're so excited to have them. And, you know, there's about 30 artists on the lineup. So these are just some of the few.
This is just, I mean,
just
you
a
got
few.
an unbelievable lineup. And again, you can buy for the whole event, which will be 2 days or 3 days?
3 days.
3 days, that's right. So August 30th, 31st, September 1.
Yep.
Or you can buy just for a particular artist, correct?
Yeah, so you can go on our website and you can see the daily schedules, and then, you know, if you just want to buy daily tickets. But I will say the lineup is so great that it will be hard to choose, you know, which day, you know, is best. It just depends on what you like.
And there's no doubt as we wind down here, Mary Beth, that you're going to have folks coming from all over the country that will be staying probably in Rutherford County, maybe in Polk County, in Cleveland County, down into South Carolina, to see this event.
That's right. So in the past, you know, this is our third event, and so each year we have had people from all over the country and internationally. So, you know, there'll be folks flying in from, you know, across the world to celebrate Earl. You know, that's what it's all about, is to celebrate him, his legacy, and the impact that he had on music.
Absolutely. And again, if folks want to come to the Earl Scruggs Center, give us the days you're open. Of course, we know you can get in there free on Saturdays. But what about the rest of the week? What days are you open?
We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So come see us.
Definitely come see us. Come see Mary Beth, and you may see her at the music festival.
I'll definitely be there.
She
Wouldn't miss it.
She may be dancing. You never know. She's going to be excited. Great lineup. Best of luck to you.
Thank
Mary Beth, thanks for being on Talk of the Town, and come to the Earl Scruggs Center and come to the festival, right?
That's right. Come see us.
All right. You've been watching Talk of the Town on C19 TV. If you've got story ideas, you'll see on your screen. Email us, info@c19.tv for show ideas. I'm Tim Foster for Talk of the Town, and we'll see you again next week.